I don't understand the need for 5 kids. I have no children because of, not that I don't like kids, it's just a rabid self-absorption and self-interest in a demanding schedule precludes me from having kids. But I like them. People I grew up with are now breeding, and I'm Uncle Henry to all of these children, and I love them, and they love me, because Uncle Henry is always immature, and will eat bugs. Uncle Henry will put half his dinner up his nose as an instructive lesson to the kid to stick it to the man. And I'll tell him the truth, that you can fill your nasal cavity with at least half a can of lima beans if you really try. You just keep putting them up there, and when you feel the vegetable actually touch the front of your brain, that's when you stop and go, and see how far you can eject them out of your nose, and preferably aim them at your father's face. And these parents will look at me, Henry, could you not, because the kid is totally going for him, like, right? And the kid's like, push it harder, harder, harder. You see the eyes start to push up. Now you can do it. Yeah! Do another one. And these kids love me because I act out and I'll never be mature enough to buy a Sting record, and they know it. Can you not maybe tell the kid to put food up his nose, maybe it should be going down his mouth? I'm like, no, this kid needs to learn how to stick it to the man, and for all intents and purposes, you and mom are the man. And this kid needs to learn to stick it to you. He needs to learn to rebel and say no, and the food is going up the nose, and he can, bite me if he doesn't like it. And I never get invited back. But they send me cards nonetheless. But the point I'm trying to make is Sarah Palin has 5 kids, and I've never seen a rice paddy in her backyard. I don't know where she sends these kids by day. And what do? Squeeze them from ages 1 to 3 for the baby oil? I mean, is that what you do? I don't know why anyone needs 5 kids. And when I look at her and Todd, her husband, I don't see 2 people who are sexual beings. I don't see 2 people who look at each other and go, oh, damn, just looking at you, I want to inhale your clothes off to get to that body. Damn, I want to hit that. All about you. I'm a hot monkey for you. Let's knock everything off the desk. Take me, Todd. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's like we're so hot, we're so sexual, we keep getting pregnant all the time because we love to hit it. I don't think they're like that remotely. I think they're 2 angry people with an agenda. I think all of those kids, it is a result-oriented performance. I think it is mission-specific. I think there's an ulterior motive. I think it is Operation Cover the World with White People. Because for some people, the world is flat and a few thousand years old. And the idea of breed, somehow non-whites will magically fall off into the abyss, and the world will be just fine when whitey runs everything. They'll make better looking slaves, and they'll be easier to control because we can fill them with so much fear, and traditionally they don't rebel all that much anymore. And so maybe that's what it is at the Palin household. It's not a pleasurable thing, it's a mission, where every morning Sarah's bent over the stove as she's flipping pancakes for those tragically named children, sitting there with their mouths open waiting, as Todd mounts her and just pounding away. And the kids look over and say, what are you and mom doing? Shut up! Look at Russia. We're making things better. Boom, bang, boom. Within 15 to 40 months, Ms. Palin holds on to something sturdy, plants her feet, and goes, bam! Palin product hits the deck, and she snips the cord and says, name it something stupid and don't teach it anything. And just, mom's got to go to an ant store. She's an author. And so, my choice for president was very clear. And before election day, being on tour, as I was, I voted, and by mail, which was a real come down. I like standing in line, going to the voting booth, going in, making my choice, walking out with that I voted sticker on my index finger, which I walk back to my office, go, ooh,